Hi everyone, thank you for watching my Loan to NFT. This was the biggest gain I made in the NFT space so far, 17.2 ETH. And I'm going to go over the decisions on why I sold my VeeFriend. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Yeah, basically back when VeeFriends was launching, I immediately wanted to flip my way to a VeeFriend because I wanted to go to VCon. Fast forward a couple, probably like about a month later, Frederick kind of heard my story and decided to use one of his tokens to give me access. This was before the tickets were announced, so the only way to have access was holding a VF1 token. So that made my decisions to flip to one myself. And when that story got out, Frederick was kind enough to hold it for me at 3 ETH. That was the floor at the time. By the time I flipped to 3 ETH, the floor of VeeFriends was already 7 ETH, and he was still kind enough to make that transfer for me. And I made that happen on August 9th. That was a crazy day. I even posted a video. This was like shortly after I made the flip, so it's pretty much like live. I'll post that down below as well. My story on how I flipped to a VeeFriend, I will post the playlist somewhere on top, somewhere over here. And everyone can check that out if they're interested. So now here I'll go over the Etherscan transaction. This is the value of today. So at the on that day, on August 9th, 2021, ETH actually 31.67. So I have it right over here. Yeah, so I just used the close amount, 31.67. The exchange rate being 125 that day, because I live in Canada. That's $11,941 Canadian. And I sold it on March 16th, which for some reason I thought was March 17th. But anyways, it was for 7.2 Ethereum. After royalties and fees, I received 15.05. ETH was $2,814. So that was a total of $42,363.49. With the exchange rate being 1.2651, that is 53. I got, after royalties and fees, I got to take $53,594 Canadian. Here we can verify this. Again, this is today's value, not and then it doesn't work anymore. I used to be able to click on it and it would show the actual, but for some reason they disabled that right now. And then right here you'll see this is my cut right here, and then for the exchange rate right there. And then yeah, this was interesting too. And so basically like a week later, Ethereum, the price of Ethereum actually went up a little bit. So right here is when I sold it. So it was actually 27, and then like, yeah, a week later it went to 3,000. So my 41,000 Canadian went to 46,000 Canadian, or my US went from 32,800 to 37,400. So I did post a thread about like why I sold my VeeFriends. I'll also post down that in the description. Basically, so yeah, I'll go over some of my decisions on why I sold it. People can, I guess, learn from this. Is my takeaway from all this. So essentially, like I said, it pumped to about 7 ETH in August for the floor, and then the next time it pumped, next time the floor went up, it went up to the 20 to 25 ETH range. That was with the Christie's announcement. See, even on that day, I was very tempting. I did a little bit like I did because of Bored Apes. I did think that it was possible for VeeFriends to go to like the 30 ETH range. And again, this was before we knew it was Christie's announcement. After the Christie's announcement, it obviously took a smaller hit, and then but that was like across the board. A lot of NFTs took a hit during this little time period right here. And then in January, it went back up to 12. Here, if we keep going, and then it hit the 15 mark. And then that's when, yeah, it was like around the 15 to 18 ETH mark. And that's when I listed mine. Because I figured that it was about, it was like, how was it? Oh yeah, so at the time we knew VeeFriends 2 was coming out. So I had a feeling that the market was going to be diluted a little bit, especially with the amount of tokens. He also announced VCon tickets being airdropped to us. So instead of having the VeeFriend Series 1 giving you access to VCon, he was going to airdrop you a ticket. So therefore, I thought that he kind of took away the value from the Series 1 itself for doing that, because then people would just be able to wait and then just buy the ticket if they want to go to VCon, right? There'd be no, they would have to have different reasons to buy VF Series 1, I guess. Basically, with all those decisions, as well as tracking wallets about pretty much since Christie's announcement until the time I sold, just to see like how many new holders were coming in. There wasn't that many. I was I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think there was a total of like 50 new wallets, and even at that, I think it was just people spreading their VeeFriends like across multiple wallets, as opposed to new wallets coming in. So both those decisions were kind of like, I kind of figured that we hit a top, and given the circumstances of only having 2 VCons left and being separated from the ticket itself, I figured the VeeFriends 1 floor would drop to about 12 ETH. That was my initial prediction. And however, due to the market conditions, so it was not just VeeFriends, but all the blue chip projects kind of took a hit. So it actually went down to 8 ETH. And I actually did mention, like here in my thread here, that I would just wait for another opportunity and I'd be able to buy a gift goat. And sure enough, I was right, because gift goats dropped to about $20,000 in fiat value. So again, hypothetical situation, if I would have just cashed out everything, right, and just waited, then I would have been able to buy a gift goat for the price of a core and then still had money left over as well. All right, so that basically concludes the reasons. Yeah, pretty much concludes why I sold. We're now heading into VCon 2. He already airdropped the tickets, so the floor went from about 6 ETH to about, so what it is now. Yeah, we have one more VCon left, so it should be interesting to see what happens to this project in the long term. And I know if you want to find out what I do with the next week, I'll have a video on the first thing I do with it. It's pretty interesting, a lot of learning experiences, and so that's basically why I'm trying to share my story. I'm gonna recap 2022 for us in the next month or so. Moving forward, I'm gonna be posting new content. That's the plan. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. Like and subscribe definitely helps the channel grow, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hope everyone has a great day.